On January 9th, 2019, Minecraft received its first snapshot of the new year. And fun fact, because apparently there might be a notable percentage of people out there who don't know where the numbers and letters come from in the snapshots, they go as follows. The first number stands for what year the snapshot came out in this case, 2019. The W is just short for week, and the second number is which week of the year that snapshot came out in. And then the letter following that is the revision for that snapshot, with A being the first, and the highest I've ever seen the snapshots go is E, with snapshot 12W30E, 13W47E, and 15W35E, and then of course there were 10 pre-release snapshots for Minecraft 1.13. In 19W02A, new features were of course added into the game, namely the second feature from the Biome Chooser competition, as well as a few more blocks gaining functionality along with some other things. In this video, we're going to go over all of the big stuff, a few small things, and more. So without any further ado, let's start the year off right. So let's map the snapshot out. And by map it out, I mean literally. One of the newest items to gain functionality was the cartography table, and man, this one was a long time coming. With the table, things have gotten way easier, and that's a good thing. Starting off simply, the block's crafting recipe is as straightforward as it gets. Being crafted in a 2x2 grid with 2 paper and 2 wood planks, it's extremely similar to the loom. If we're lucky, the fletching table, smithing table, and stonecutter will follow a similar pattern. With the cartography table, you have a few various uses, all pertaining to the maps that we've grown to love, but secretly hate having to deal with in the inventory. When opening up the table, you'll only see 2 available slots, and that again is a good thing. With these slots, we can actually do a ton of other things. Placing a loaded map in the cartography table's first slot will display the map in its current loaded state. From there, we can start tinkering with it. Placing an empty map in the second slot will allow you to duplicate the map. With it, you'll get both maps back in the output, wherein you can decide to do with the copy as you wish. But let's say you don't want to duplicate the map. Let's say you want to preserve the wonderful artwork that you've drawn out in approximately 30 seconds for the sake of showing it off in a video, knowing that your friends may come in and start griefing. Well, by using a glass pane in the second slot, you can lock the map to preserve it. From there, you can even duplicate it out again. But that's not all. Using a single piece of paper, you can actually make the map larger. And oh my gosh, we've needed an easier way to do this pretty much forever now. Zooming out a map in Minecraft has been worse than a paper cut before this snapshot. To get it to its most zoomed out state, you used to need 40 pieces of paper. Now, you need 4. We're saving the trees, people. Well, at least some sugarcane. And by the way, here's a tip for Java Edition users, because this doesn't currently exist in Bedrock. If you want to put markers on your map, place down a banner and right-click the banner with the map. You're welcome. Now, where we just saved a bunch of paper using the cartography table, let's use more of it. But for knowledge, the other newest block to gain functionality was the lectern, at long last. Being crafted with 4 slabs and a bookshelf, this item adds a decent bit to the game, and in a lot of unexpected ways. Its most basic function is its obvious one, placing a book down for reading. By right-clicking with a written book in your hand, you can do exactly that. From there, right-clicking the lectern, you can begin reading. But with people, if you turn the page, they will see that the page has been turned. Well, you might not appreciate it if your friend is a speed reader or is just trolling you and right-clicking the page a whole bunch of times. You may appreciate the block for its hidden functionality. By turning a page, the block will actually emit a redstone pulse, as shown by the wiring lighting up in this clip. But if you thought that was all, oh, you would be mistaken. By attaching a comparator to the lectern, much like you can do with rotating an item within an item frame, the more pages that you go through within the book, the farther a redstone pulse will be sent out. Yeah, that's right. Minecraft can literally track a book's progress. The lectern will push out a signal in relation to the percentage of the pages that you've traveled through in the book. So if your book has 10 pages, one page will equal 10% of what you need to cover a full redstone output. If your book has 100 pages and you go through 93 of them, that is 93% of the way. The opportunities that this opens up is nuts. If you're a map maker and you want to track how far someone is through a book, or you want to set up a jump scare while they're reading the book, or really anything, the possibilities are pretty much endless. So after you finish writing your Minecraft Times best-selling horror story, take it off of the lectern and gather around the campfire. And yes, I mean the campfire. Finally, we officially have the second feature to come to the Biome Chooser competition, which follows up the berries, leaving only foxes left. Simply put, this is really awesome. To craft a campfire, you'll need to get 3 sticks, a piece of coal or charcoal, and any type of log. This can be stripped, regular, or the covered bark variant. When crafted, you'll immediately notice that the item is animated, and when placed, you'll see that it's already on fire. If it begins to rain, you'll see that, like torches, it doesn't actually go out, but we'll get to that in a second. Like regular fire in Minecraft, this block will hurt you, but unlike fire, you won't actually catch on fire. You'll just take damage similar to a magma block, which I do think is pretty fair. What's unique about this item is its smoke plumes. A dedicated item for smoke has been begged for years, and finally, we have one. And hey, if you didn't think that this was enough smoke, Mojang has you covered. By placing a hay bale under the campfire, the plumes will rise even higher. Without the hay bale, the smoke will rise approximately 10 blocks, although it can rarely dissipate a bit higher than that. With the hay bale, however, the smoke will go upwards of 24 blocks. On top of that, campfires will also cook 4 pieces of food. No matter what you're cooking, it'll take 30 seconds, and when it's done, it'll pop off of the fire, similar to punching an item out of an item frame. So make sure that you're around so that the items don't despawn. And here's the downsides. So, while I don't want them to go out in the rain, I do think that we need a better way to put them out than what we currently have. When you right-click the campfire with a bucket, the item will become waterlogged and spill water absolutely everywhere until you recatch the water in a bucket. If you're quick at right-clicking, this won't be a problem, but I can see it being a nuisance on Pocket Edition or somewhere else. Maybe instead of waterlogging the campfire when it's lit, maybe the bucket can just be used as an item to do the job, but without spilling the water. From there, you can waterlog the unlit fire. I don't know if it's impossible to code that, but another alternative could be right-clicking the fire with a bottle of water. It would get the job done without the mess, or you could just right-click on it with your bare hand or something. Anything except for what we currently have. Also, another thing to note in its current state, sneaking on the campfire deals you no damage, and weirdly enough, torches actually give off more light than the campfire, even though the actual flame is bigger than the torch itself. But maybe I'm just nitpicking. Regardless, I'm excited to see where this item gets used. I can already see chimneys looking great. And heads up, you can place them higher in the chimney so the smoke starts above ground level. And the last important thing that Mojang decided to mention for this update, aside from performance boost, which when teleporting still can't be seen, was a new command was added into the game. A while back in 1.13, a command known as team was added into the game. This command brought some really neat features for scoreboards and general gameplay. In 19W02A, a new command known as TM, or Team Message, was added, which allows player to message members of their team in a private chat, similar to how clans work in RuneScape and how certain faction plugins work within Minecraft. While we've had a message command for a while now in Minecraft, it's really nice to be able to message a group of people if the server that you're in allows you to be on teams with your friends. Seeing it in action, it's really simple, considering all you have to do is type /teammsg or /tm. Mojang, thanks for thinking of us server people. This is surely gonna do wonders. But what do you think about these changes? Are you excited for any one feature specifically? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.